Hello everyone, it's Philip from AntiBSgroup. Well, this video is actually on the comment Sarah Palin made last year. Don't retreat, reload. Like what is the meaning of those words? If taken out of context, which the liberal media has done, I'm not a Sarah Palin supporter. I respect Sarah Palin as a human being, as a family, as a mother, and all that. As she does what she feels she has to do for her family. And I mean, watching her, Sarah Palin, Alaska, over the last couple days, and I mean, I'm very impressed with her during those course of those episodes, the show. As a human being. She teaches a lot of good life lessons in the show. I think the show is very educational. There's stuff I never knew about Alaska. That watching it, I learned that, oh wow, that's amazing. It's very informal. So, I mean, informational, sorry. Not informal, informational. Okay? But I remember one episode I was watching, the first or second episode of it. It could have been the third. Sarah Palin says, "Don't retreat, reload." When there were her, Bristol, and her husband Todd were skeet shooting, just to help, as a family, doing a little thing with three of them. Which she looks after, she's okay. Well, Bristol needs to get Bristol out, all this. Well, she needs it. She needs to be away from the choir, the media, all this, who want to destroy her, or nitpick at what she does, or who her friends are, or whatever. Okay, I mean, Bristol, I mean, she's, as far as I know, she's a very intelligent person. So all their kids are very, very intelligent. I mean, they're very smart. Sarah's very smart. People just don't see it that way. I look at it, those comments, "Don't retreat, reload," when they're in the range doing skeet shooting. I mean, I started thinking about what those words can mean when you start with life lessons. How I interpreted those words in that context is, don't give up. If you fail, try again. If you fail again, you try again. You never give up. That's one of the meanings I get from it. I mean, it's the term. It's just the quirkiness of Sarah Palin. I mean, that which gets a lot of people riled up thinking, "Oh, she's stupid." And all that. Well, no, she's pretty smart. Okay, they run multiple. I mean, from what I learned from the show about them, they run multiple businesses. Sarah's never met her. I honestly would like to meet her. As she's a very interesting person. She's very unique, and so I mean, it's one of those things that people always fail to realize about her. They always underestimate her, and I know how she feels. I get underestimated sometimes too, and usually when I do, in school, I basically say, okay, well, the guys were, so that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. You did it all wrong. I do my own sheet for the job. And I handed the teacher, said, okay, well, we did it separately. I thought we didn't agree on the way to do it. And I went and do it. I did it, showed it to him, and said, well, compared to the two, said, well, yours is actually right on the money. The rest of the group's not. So, I mean, that's the political system that, I mean, that also relates, that little tidbit of what I've seen personally, and with Sarah Palin in the 2008 elections. She's underestimated. Why? Because she's from the state of Alaska. I personally don't hold that. That state is one of the most beautiful states in the U.S. And I mean, it's, the tundra is, I mean, I love to go to the tundra. It's just, I love that type of atmosphere. I mean, it's just camping. I mean, she does so much for her kids. Like, she does it as a group, and she does things individually with each of them, individually as well. So I mean, that's what's so amazing about her. I find she's an amazing woman, and people like MSNBC, all these liberal news stations, to me are a bunch of bullshitters. So some of the right-wing news stations, sometimes a lot of bullshit goes on both sides of the fence. I don't deny that. There's a lot of bullshit both sides of the fence here. But what gets me is people only see certain things and take that out of context to suit their needs, which is total bullshit. Don't retreat, reload. Like I said before, it means never give up. That's how I interpret it. Okay, the crosshairs on this to say, okay, you're targeted not for assassination, but you're targeted for political reasons. You're targeted. I want that district or whatever it's called in the US. Here it's called ridings. In Canada it's called ridings. So I don't really know the full US system and all that, but I understand bits and pieces of it. So I mean, that was a weak link that Sarah almost the Republicans almost got. I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm nowhere near an expert in this system. I'm someone, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Canadian a little bit, but when it comes to US, I'm kind of not 100% there. So it's kind of interesting to see people always insulting, always saying, oh, Sarah Palin's an idiot, she's a moron, she doesn't know what she's talking about, she's full of shit. Well, no, people, you don't listen to her. You don't listen to her in the context. I recommend everybody watch the show. You'll learn a lot about her. She has a lot of things. You'll learn a lot about her personality. I mean, she doesn't. I mean, Tristan, I don't understand how people can hate this woman for all she did. She was picked to be as a vice president's running mate for John McCain. Is that wrong? I mean, personally, I would think. Honestly, my honest opinion here, I think John McCain has more leadership potential than Barack Obama. So does Sarah Palin. Okay, I mean, yeah, state level, being governor of a state is different from governing the whole country. But Sarah understands the whole big picture. She's a big picture thinker. I can see that very well. That she looks after people. She's basically I would call her this the mother grizzly. So you fuck with the U.S., you fuck with her, and this is why Korea is going so active right now. Is they perceive President Obama as a weakling who won't put his foot down in the right manner. So I mean, that's one of the issues. A lot of the things that have been happening worldwide, for military or for country, all this, I would probably have to say Barack Obama is part of the problem. The G8-G20 summits in Canada last summer. The rioting on the streets in Toronto during the G20. I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous. But, same token, I think no matter what, G8-G20s isn't protests no matter where you go for them. I didn't hear much but Seoul on the Korean G8-G20s, some Korean summits, but I think it's ridiculous to say, okay, it's, boom, people who don't like big government. I don't like big government. I hate the government. Sometimes I hate the government, but I know we need them there. Okay, we need our representatives there doing our work with let's say our House Representatives, our Senate, our MPs, our legislature here in Canada. I mean, if I'm going to elect somebody or vote for somebody, I want to hear what the platform is, okay? And for me to vote for you, I mean, I'll vote Liberal, NDP, but whoever has the best platform, party platform, personal platform, what they want to do in Ottawa or in Toronto, for the case of the provincial or the state level. Okay, I look at, for provincially, it's health. My main issue is healthcare, education, stuff like that. federal, it's going to be healthcare, education, defense, the other one, transportation, overall. So the same as province, it's similar to province, but with the defense added in for the federal level. There's not really provincial level, defense level yet anymore. But I look at all what they say. Environment, another big one on both sides. But I see it. Environment, it's important. I agree. But the same token, environment, it has to be done right. The Liberals want to do certain things, carbon tax, this. Like, okay, I don't see how those work. That those options work. I see them as a tax grab for Canadians, take more money out of our pocket and into the federal government's pocket to do all this stuff. I mean, to me, that's ridiculous. The bag fee, that's another green thing I don't like. Okay, I reuse them. I reuse all the bags I get when I go to the store. If I don't have to bring one from home with me, I use it for other things. Okay, I use it for garbage for my desk. I use it for litter for the cats. I use what I have. I reuse the stuff as much as possible. So I mean, I find that's kind of ridiculous that everybody's going on this, but this is Sarah Palin, and I mean, going on about this. Green, yes. I mean, but I have to laugh at this. The last episode I seen for the Sarah Palin's Alaska, they're talking about their hunting episode. I think it was the fourth or fifth episode I was there. They were elk hunting or hunting in the tundra. Sarah took down a smaller elk or caribou or whatever it was, and this lady says, "Why can't you eat meat from the grocery store?" Well, I'll say this right now. She's in Alaska, and the grocery store sometimes doesn't have what you need. And it's a hunting gathering society, plus the family top side is a native culture. So I mean, that's kind of insulting to me as a Canadian when I hear people say stuff like that. So why do you have to go hunting? Why do you have to go take down that deer, elk, or whatever it was? And say we can go to the grocery store. It's like, well, it's just something. It's not a thing. It's family. But she was with her dad, 72-year-old retired teacher. Man, 72 years old, still going strong like that. I give that man kudos. He reminds me of my grandfather who passed away almost 8 years ago on Remembrance Day, or Veterans Day in the U.S. I was actually in uniform in cadets at the Remembrance Day service afterwards, and I found out after the ceremony, and I still have to do the dinner that night. I said, well, they told me you don't have to come, you don't have to come. I said, you know what, I'll be there. Why? Because there's nothing I can do, and this way I'll be honoring him at the same time. I mean, yeah, it was on my mind, of course, but nothing can really do. He's my mom's grandfather. He was very active. He reminds me of Sarah's dad. So, in that respect, basically different type of things, but the same type of personality. That they were kind of amazing people. So, I can see a lot with Sarah. I see the same thing the same way as Sarah. But we can't take her words out of context. I mean, people who do that piss me off, take words out of context. The left-wing media is famous for it, the right-wing media is famous for it, everybody's famous for it. But the same token, it's kind of total bullshit when stuff like this happens, Sarah. And I mean, read the news, there's Sarah's life's been threatened, her family's life's been threatened. People, if you want to threaten her, prepare to eat some lead from her shotguns. the rifles in there, because she won't let you go near her children. I can guarantee you that much. So, based on all that, I better sign off here. It's getting up to the time. So thank you for watching, and have a great day, guys. Bye.